It's early in my morning, and Sanat Kumara asked me to turn on the computer and bring you this message. So my hair's all messy, and I'm ready. Yes, it is Sanat Kumara, and I did ask Rebecca with great urgency to bring you this message because it is time. As guardian of this galaxy, I see that we as a species can interact with you as humans, and we can enhance our evolvement, both other species and human species. It is time for you to accept the gifts that we have for you, and in turn, we also accept the gifts that you have from us. And you might say, what gifts does humanity have for an advanced species? And we want you to know that each one of you has gifts that we admire very much. Each one of you has status in our eyes. For beloveds, you still retain such a range of emotions, and many of you still hold to those desires of your heart, and you have so much heart love. And angels, beings of light, have told Rebecca so many times that there is nothing more powerful in all of the universes than the magnetism that is generated by a loving, healing heart. So it is time, my beloveds, to start to make connections with your galactic brotherhood and sisterhood. This is not something that will be difficult for you. This is something that will happen within your hearts. Do not look for connection to happen through visual means. For we are in another dimension, and this dimension can only be accessed through the magnetism of the human heart. As our Pleiadian friends have said to Rebecca so many times, stop looking for us with binoculars. Instead, look for us through the lens of your heart, because it is this heart connection that we are seeing. And yes, there are many benevolent species who have so many gifts to give to humanity. And there are also malevolent, and it is very vital that you determine the difference between, and do not move into fear and say, oh, but I am so afraid that if I try to reach out to my galactic brother and sisters, that I will be confounded by nefarious ones. For there are simple ways to know the difference. If any being makes you feel guilty or fearful, that being is not of the light. It is the same as you have known in your spiritual teachings for years. Fear-based feelings are not of the light. Joy-based, love-based feelings are of the light. And so, I, as Sanat Kumara, am saying to you that it is time for this connection to occur in a way that you have never experienced before. Not since the very beginning of times, even though there have been instances where species have interacted with humans, for instance, in the Egyptian periods, in the Atlantean, Lemurian periods, and yet this connection that we are speaking of is a connection, a new birthing of heart-centered communication, hearts blending together and offering gifts to one another. This is the end of this transmission. Stay tuned for more. And this is Rebecca, Marina Messenger, and I will be bringing you more messages from not only Sanat Kumara, but our Pleiadian friends, Arcturian friends, the benevolent species that are reaching out. I invite you to subscribe to this channel if this kind of information is what makes your heart sing.